The air is crisp, the leaves are falling. Halloween is here. Imagine a haunted house on a hill. A full moon hangs in the sky. Jack-o'-lanterns glow with mischievous grins. Bats fly in the night. Halloween is a time for spooky fun. It's a time for costumes and candy. But have you ever wondered where these traditions came from? Get ready. We're about to uncover the history of Halloween. From ancient festivals to modern celebrations, Halloween has a long and fascinating past. Join us as we explore the origins and traditions of this beloved holiday. Halloween's roots go back thousands of years, tracing a rich and complex history that spans across centuries and cultures. They lead us to the ancient Celts, a people whose traditions and beliefs have left a lasting impact on our modern celebrations. The Celts lived in what is now Ireland, Britain, and France, thriving in these regions with their unique customs and way of life. They celebrated a festival called Samhain, a pivotal event in their calendar that marked a significant transition in the year. Samhain marked the end of summer and the harvest, a time when the hard work of the year was brought to fruition and the community gathered to give thanks. It was also a time to remember the dead, honoring those who had passed and keeping their memories alive through rituals and offerings. The Celts believed that on the night of October 31st, the boundary between the living and the dead became thin, allowing for a unique connection between the two worlds. Spirits could cross over into the world of the living, bringing both the potential for mischief and the opportunity for communication with ancestors. To honor the dead and ward off evil spirits, the Celts built huge bonfires, their flames lighting up the night and serving as a beacon of protection. They wore costumes, often made from animal skins, disguising themselves to confuse and scare away any malevolent spirits that might be lurking. They also made sacrifices to their gods, offering up portions of their harvest and livestock to ensure favor and protection in the coming year. Samhain was a time of both celebration and fear, a delicate balance between joy and caution as the Celts navigated this mystical period. It was a time to honor the past and look ahead to the future, embracing the cycle of life and death with reverence and hope for what was to come. Costumes have always been a big part of Halloween, but they have changed a lot over time. In the early days of Halloween, people wore costumes to scare away evil spirits. They dressed up as scary creatures like ghosts, goblins, and witches. As Halloween evolved, so did the costumes. People began to dress up as different characters, not just scary ones. Today you can see people dressed as superheroes, princesses, and even their favorite food. Whether they are scary, funny, or creative, costumes are a fun way to celebrate Halloween and let your imagination run wild. Trick-or-treating is a beloved Halloween tradition, especially for kids. Every year, children dress up in various costumes, from spooky ghosts to their favorite superheroes, and go door to door in their neighborhoods, eagerly collecting candy and treats. But where did this custom come from? The origins of trick-or-treating are as fascinating as the holiday itself. It's believed to have originated from a combination of ancient Celtic and medieval European practices. The Celts celebrated Samhain, a festival marking the end of the harvest season and the beginning of winter, where they believed the boundary between the living and the dead was blurred. One influence was souling, where poor people would go door to door on All Souls Day, November 2nd, singing songs or saying prayers in exchange for food. This practice was a way to honor the dead and seek blessings for the living. Another inspiration was the belief that on Halloween, spirits roamed the earth. People feared these spirits might cause mischief or harm. To protect themselves, people would leave offerings of food and drink to appease these spirits and prevent them from causing trouble. This act of giving was both a form of protection and a way to honor the spirits. And what about those grinning jack-o'-lanterns? These iconic symbols of Halloween have their own intriguing backstory. They originated from an Irish myth about a man named Stingy Jack. Jack was a clever but deceitful man who managed to trick the devil himself. According to the legend, Jack tricked the devil and was forbidden from entering both heaven and hell. As a result, he was left to wander the earth for eternity. He was condemned to wander the earth with only a burning coal inside a carved-out turnip to light his way. Over time, this turnip lantern evolved into the jack-o'-lanterns we know today, carved from pumpkins and glowing brightly on Halloween night. Section 5, Fun Facts for a Frightful Night. Did you know that Halloween is the second highest grossing commercial holiday in the United States, just behind Christmas? It's true. People spend billions of dollars on costumes, candy, decorations, and parties. Speaking of candy, Americans purchase nearly 600 million pounds of Halloween candy every year. That's a lot of sweets. The most popular Halloween candy varies by state, but some perennial favorites include chocolate bars, candy corn, and gummy worms. And if you're a fan of pumpkins, you'll be amazed to know that the heaviest pumpkin ever recorded weighed over 2,700 pounds. That's heavier than a small car. Section 6, Halloween Around the World, a glimpse. Halloween's popularity isn't limited to the United States. It's celebrated in many countries around the world, each with its own unique traditions. Let's take a look at how some cultures celebrate Halloween or similar festivals. Mexico, Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead. Ireland and Scotland, Samhain. Japan, Kawasaki, Halloween Parade. From honoring ancestors to dressing up in elaborate costumes, these celebrations show us that the spirit of Halloween is universal. Section 7. Halloween in Mexico, a celebration of life and death. In Mexico, Halloween takes on a more festive and spiritual tone with Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead. This vibrant holiday, celebrated on November 1st and 2nd, honors deceased loved ones with colorful altars, sugar skulls, and offerings of food and drink. Families gather to share stories and memories of those who have passed on, believing that their spirits return to visit during this special time. It's a celebration of life and death filled with music, dancing, and joyful remembrance. Dia de los Muertos is a beautiful example of how different cultures approach the themes of death and remembrance with respect, love, and a touch of whimsy. Of change. Section 9, Japan's spooky parade, the Kawasaki Halloween Parade. While Halloween isn't a traditional holiday in Japan, it has gained popularity in recent decades, particularly among young people. One of the most notable Halloween events in Japan is the Kawasaki Halloween Parade, held annually in Kawasaki near Tokyo. This massive parade features thousands of participants dressed in elaborate costumes, ranging from spooky to whimsical to downright bizarre. The parade attracts spectators from all over Japan and has become a major event on the Japanese Halloween calendar. The Kawasaki Halloween Parade is a testament to the global appeal of Halloween and its ability to transcend cultural boundaries. Section 10. Unleash your creativity, costumes, treats, and games. Halloween is a time to let your imagination run wild. It's a season where creativity knows no bounds, and everyone can join in the fun. Whether you're crafting a unique costume, whipping up spooky treats, or planning fun games, there are endless possibilities for celebrating this festive holiday. The joy of Halloween lies in the details and the effort you put into making it special. Unleash your creativity by creating your own costume. Dive into your artistic side and think outside the box. Raid your closet for old clothes, hats, and accessories. You'd be surprised at what you can come up with using items you already have. A little imagination can go a long way. Personalize your costume to reflect your personality or favorite character. Gather your friends and family and coordinate costumes for a fun and memorable Halloween. Group costumes can make the experience even more enjoyable and create lasting memories. Bake up a batch of Halloween-themed cookies, cupcakes, or cake pops. Get creative with your baking and make treats that are as fun to look at as they are to eat. Decorate them with spooky designs using icing, sprinkles, and candy. Let your imagination run wild with ghosts, goblins, and other eerie decorations. Create a cauldron of spooky punch or serve up some Halloween-themed cocktails for the adults. Add some dry ice for a foggy, mysterious effect. a classic Halloween game that's always a hit. Bobbing for apples never goes out of style and is a great way to bring everyone together. Fill a large tub with water and apples and see who can catch the most apples using only their mouths. It's a fun challenge that everyone will enjoy. Hide clues around your home or yard leading to Halloween treats or a special prize. Make the clues tricky and fun to solve. This is a fun activity for kids and adults alike. A scavenger hunt adds an element of adventure and excitement to your Halloween festivities. Section 11. A final farewell from the haunted night. As the night draws to a close and the last jack-o'-lantern flickers out, we bid farewell to another Halloween. We've journeyed through the history of this spooky holiday, from its ancient Celtic roots to its modern-day celebrations. We've explored the evolution of costumes, the origins of trick-or-treating, and the fascinating traditions of Halloween around the world. From the spooky to the silly, Halloween offers something for everyone. Happy Halloween! May your night be filled with frightful fun, sweet treats, and spooky memories. What are your favorite Halloween traditions or costume ideas? Share them in the comments below.